Hello.
Hello, Brett.
Hello.
My mic was on mute. I feel like an absolute idiot now. Good evening,
Oh,
Brett.
good
And
evening. How are you?
welcome to Japan.
Well, if it's anything like last week's race, then we're in for a good time.
18 drivers on the grid today, Brett. Anything can happen. Drivers are going to have to go through a very tricky sector one today. Let's see who's got the best setup. A lot of drivers
Yeah.
going out on track as we speak.
Here we go then. So about 17 minutes remaining. It's still early days in this qualifying session.
Early days indeed. And we will have Van Vieren, who will be setting the first lap of today's race. Let's see what the drivers can do in the land of the rising sun. Invalidated an outlap. Who do we have out on track? We have Mr. Sniper, Saki Biene still in the pits, Van Vieren, Lucky Lou, Buffelsfontein, Firehawk, New Avenger, Skull Racer, Dan, UGL. What a race he had last time round, Brett.
Yeah, well, we have plenty of drivers out on track at the moment, so we're going to see who sets the pace.
Definitely will. Lucas still sitting in the pits, and I think he will have to make a statement today after his DNF down in Brazil.
Well, yeah, it was a very eventful race last week for many reasons, so we're going to see what happens today.
Let's go back to Van Vieren, as he is about to start his first flyer. Let's see what kind of time he can put up, Brett. And there we go. Let's get some sector times up there.
Yeah, lots of drivers on their outlaps at the moment. Every driver on the soft tyres.
Softs indeed. The unforgiving curbs of Sector 1. We have a yellow flag.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
And that's a 33.7. Ah, he ran wide. Not an invalidation. And this is going to be tricky today, Brett. Drivers are going to have to respect some space down in Sector 1 and be patient with the overtakes.
Well, yeah, it's a long race. I mean, they always do say, obviously, you can definitely, you can never win a race in the first lap. You can definitely lose a race in the first lap.
Definitely. We have another yellow flag. Who's going off there? I think it's just drivers respecting each other's space there. That's back to Van Vieren. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what times he can put up. He will be the first one across the line. And we have a retirement of Dan Tyler. So he will be starting at the back of the grid in his Ferrari.
Very early retirement there. Still about
Let's see, this is going to be a
remaining in this qualifying.
33. Yes, it's going to be a
Gonna find out.
33-1, first time on the board. Who is going to be next? I assume it will be one of the Haas drivers. Of not UGL, but Buffelsfontein goes quickest for 131.3. And that's 2 seconds up the pace about. Next to cross the line will be
That
Skull
is the
Razor
time to beat.
for 133.7. Next, New Avenger. And a lot of action out on track. MM Slayer for 141.6. And Bosveld, look at this, Brett. We're into the 130s.
Already.
Already.
Still 13 minutes remaining.
That's going to be difficult to beat. Let's jump down the grid. This will be Saki Biene finishing his. No, he's on an outlap. And we've got Sparkplug in the Mercedes on a 131.6.
Also on an outlap.
Mr. Sniper yet to set a time. And this is not going to be a good one. He's going to have to go again. Next up, UGL. Invalidation. He's going to have to go again. Insane time from Bosveld indeed, Brett. Dented Skull.
Very, very good time.
Let's see what Mr. Dent can do. Hard on the brakes. Good on the inside. Get a good exit. Keep it close to the barriers. Running a bit wide there. And that's going to be a 131.8. Bosveld. Well ahead of the pack thus far, Brett.
Very, very good time by Bosveld. Very good time. Already drivers finding that time hard to beat.
Lucas on his first flying lap. Runs wide. That's going to cost him a couple of tenths. Definitely will. And we have a spinner of Mr. Sniper. Right, Lucas. What time can he produce, Brett?
Well, he's going to need to do something decent, I believe.
He had a little bit of a moment there.
Oh, yeah, he kept it together though. Kept it well.
And he's definitely going to have to go again. Already on a 1:14. Saki Björne retiring from the qualifying session.
11 minutes remaining. So
anyone currently on a flying lap, Brett? Let's see. We have Mr. Sniper on a flying lap. Ooh. But he's well over his time. We have Skullraiser. Right.
A few drivers on their laps at the moment.
He's got a purple sector too there, Brett. Had it for a while.
Oh.
Hard on the intern. Get a good exit, lad. Let's see what time you can produce. Driver's running a bit wide into this final corner, and that puts him into P7. Lucas on a 131 flat, still 4 tenths behind Bosveld.
Bosveld, incredible time.
And AYB having a moment there.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Right, drivers jumping back into the pits, slapping on a new set of softs. And Skullraiser being able to produce that time on 3-lap all tyres, Brett.
Very good time.
Not bad at all. We have another yellow flag. Oh, and that's an invalidation from him.
In the chat,
into the pits.
We have Haynes Bros 14 saying Lucas got a lot more time. He ran wide and almost spun.
He's definitely going to have to go back again. Oh, into the pits he goes. That was a late call to jump in there. And let's see what MGS can produce. With an invalidation currently, so this lap will be no good. Any drivers on an out lap there, Brett?
We have
Carefree.
Mr. Sniper is on an out lap.
Let's see what Carefree and his Mercedes can produce.
We do have a few different drivers compared to last week. Most notably, there is no the Dark Fox is not racing tonight.
No Dark Fox. That'll make it interesting for the drivers up top. Podium up for grabs for anyone then. But look at the times there from Bosveld. Still no one able to produce times as well as Bossy at the moment.
Nobody's near that time.
But Lucas does in fact have more pace, and I do know Dented Skull can match that amount of pace, Brett.
Well, time is ticking. 8 minutes. What, about 8 minutes remaining?
And look at Carefree running out of fuel there. Respecting the space of other drivers, and he's going to have to limp back to the pits. Right.
Oh.
Anyone currently busy? Dented Skull. That's going to be a 2-minute something. He's going to have to go again. A lot of drivers having a couple of moments here. And let's see what Bosveld can do. Invalidation, no good.
Very interesting already, early stages of this qualifying.
Well, at the end of the day, welcome to Japan, Tier 2. A lot of invalidations.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more going on between now and the end of the day.
MGS finding himself in 17th at the moment. Needs to up the pace. Currently on a 1 minute 9, 1 minute 10. And let's see. It's a purple sector 2, Brett.
Well, let's see what they can do for the remaining part of this lap.
Get a good exit. Get close to the barriers. Running on wide again, and that is only good enough for P6. Still no one close to Bosveld up front, but look at Buffelfontein. He's managed to put himself into the 130s. 2/10 down the time of Bosveld.
And it could be very interesting these remaining 6-7 minutes.
Lucas currently on a flyer. Can he produce the pace we all know that he has? 3/10 down on his time. That's a purple sector 1, Brett. And look at Sparkplug with a 130.4.
Wow.
The track is getting rubbed in and the times are starting to improve, Brett. Can Lucas get that Red Bull on provisional pole position?
We will stick with him.
Good cornering, keeping it nice and tight on the throttle. And now it's straight line all the way to the last couple of corners. Let's see, will it be a purple sector 2? Yes, it will, for a brief moment. 1.4 seconds down on his time so far. This is going to be a good one, Brett.
Can they keep it together for the remaining part of the lap?
Oh, a little bit of a slip up into the last corners. As a moment. And still pole. What a lap.
Wow.
The Dutch Lion puts his Red Bull on provisional pole.
Into the 129s as well.
0.8 with a couple of mistakes. That was an incredible lap. Can anyone match that?
What a lap.
We have AYB. His teammate. What can he produce? Can he get himself out of the bottom 10? 3 DNFs of Sir Lucky Lou, Saki Bierne and Dan Tyler. They will have to start this Grand Prix from the back of the grid. Right. Steaming in.
AYB.
Let's check the awareness there. Has to run wide. Keeps it on track. No invalidation. AYB, can he get a better time and put his Red Bull up the order? Nice and clean, nice and tight. And that is good enough only for still for P12.
P12 for AYB. We have 4 minutes remaining.
Right. Back to Bosveld. Will he be able to react to a 129.8?
Incredible lap.
Very smooth. Quick to get the car into throttle. Let's see if he can get this Alpine back on provisional pole. Can you respond to a 129.8? Nice and tidy. And now it's full throttle down to the last corners. Will it be a purple sector 2? No, it will not. And he's 4/10 up on his time. Does not seem to be improving.
Lucas with the 129 is sort of time to beat, it seems.
And he jumps into the pits. Bosveld. What can he say about a 129.8? Rocking up to the end of Sector 1. Will it be a purple Sector 1 for Bosveld? Times are looking good. No. 2 seconds down on the pace. New Avenger in the pit. Skullraiser coming out. Carefree. Seems like he's improving his time at the moment. Personal best sector for him.
Dented Skull also on an outlap along with Firehawk.
Into the pits he goes. Outlap. Van Vieren, no good on the lap. Slay in the garage. Mr. Sniper to the pits. Lucas starting his final outlap. Sparkplug on an outlap. Bosveld needs to get out there, Brett. 2 minutes and the time is ticking.
Yeah, Lucas is the man to beat with 2 minutes remaining.
Let's see. Buffelsfontein, this will not be an improvement. Must have had a couple of moments somewhere around the lap. UGL in the garage. Dented Skull will have to go again. Way up on his time. And a lot of drivers sitting in the pits. They will not have enough time, Brett, to complete a last hot lap.
A lot of drivers in the pits, actually. Wow.
But Bosveld is out there now, and he's going to have to up the pace without burning up the tires too much.
Slayer on outlap along with Firehawk.
A lot of drivers on their final outlaps. What times can they produce?
Just over 1 minute remaining. Yellow flash sector 2. That quickly disappears. On board with Sparkplug.
And Buffelsfontein, Brett, he is on a flyer. Good use of the curbs. Keep the car nice and straight. Throttle down. This is his final chance, Brett. Can he get onto the second row? Gets the exit speed. Into the pits he goes. Bosveld starts a flyer. Sparky on a flyer. And Lucas as well. Spectating Sparkplug. Can he respond and get his car on provisional pole?
Closing stages of this qualifying.
Little bit narrow. But no one close to Lucas's time at this moment on a 1:29.8. Remarkable stuff from Lucas. And Bosveld will not be improving his time. So 1:36 will be the best he'll be able to produce, and Sparkplug is only 0.05 of a second up on his time. Can he produce a time to knock Lucas off pole? I don't think it will be, Brett.
I don't see it happening, but I've seen stranger things happen before. We're going to find out.
Stays P2, and Lucas again with a 1:29.4. What a lap.
Wow.
And that will be pole position. Bosveld will not be improving. Dented Skull, he will not be improving. Van Vieren won't be improving. Slayer, let's see if he can get his car up the order. Currently 2/10 up on his time, down on his time. Car running on low ERS, Brett, so I don't think this will be much of an improvement. If it is,
I'm going to find out.
Let's see.
Around the remaining.
He will improve indeed, but he will stay in P15.
Oh.
And that is qualifying, Brett, because Dented Skull will not be improving his time. He'll jump into the pits, and that puts the Dutch Lion Lucas on pole position, and Sparkplug next to him. We've got a Mercedes Red Bull battle going here, Brett.
Well, we're going to see how it pans out in the race. There will be lots of drama. I'm anticipating a eventful race.
This is going to be hectic, and Sector 1 in Japan, the land of the rising sun. The drivers will have to be very cautious at the race start. And that Sparkplug not being able to improve his time, running out of fuel, and he's going to have to bring that car back to the pits. And that's it for qualify, Brett.
Very eventful. If the race is anything like qualifying, then we're going to have a good time.
Well, I think the drivers are going to... This is Lucas's race to lose. My predictions, if you can produce a qualifying lap like that, can you match it when it comes to race pace?
Well,
and we will have...
I'm going to find out.
And we will have a lot of interesting strategies here, Brett. And let's see...
We will.
Let's see who went for high downforce, and let's see who went for top line speed. It's all to play for. Run us through, Brett.
Well, we have top 10. We have Lucas, Sparkplug, Bosveld, Buffelfontaine, UGL, Dented Stroll, MGS, New Avenger, Stroll Razor, and Carefree is your top 10. And then we have 11th. We have Lucky Lou, and then AYB, Firefall, and then Jan Vjoren is 14th.
This is going to be an eventful race, Brett.
We have 15th, Slayer, 16th, Sniper, 17th, and then there we go, something even bringing up the rear. Lucas in the chat saying yay.
That was a phenomenal lap by the Dutch Lion, Lucas. But can he keep composure and do the same in the race?
And he says it himself, Lucas, that was a very good lap. It was a very good lap. Congratulations on pole position.
We will be getting ready for lights out in a short moment, Brett. And I think this is going to be spicy into the first corner.
It will be. I do believe all drivers will respect the space. They will not be overly aggressive.
I can feel a lot of drivers going to underfuel the car. Might be hoping for a safety car. And
well, it is Formula 1. Anything can happen.
And let's see if Lucas can redeem himself after Brazil. But he's going to have company of Bosveld and Buffelfontaine. And we know they are quick, Brett. Well, right, so we are in Suzuka.
Good luck to all races.
5 lights. And we are off, Brett. We are off in Japan.
Here we go.
And let's see who got the better start.
27 laps.
27 laps to go. And look at Bosveld making the move on Sparkplug.
Oh,
this was, and we've got a yellow flag, Brett. Who's off?
Oh, early days already.
Early days, Van Vieren. He's going to have to get the car back. And Lucas out in front, 4 tenths, 5 tenths. And everybody got away except for Van Vieren. We'll have to see what happened there. And now, can Lucas get the jump on Bosveld before DRS opens? Oh! Lucas has a spin, Brett! He's had a spin! That puts Bosveld in the lead!
Oh my god, from nowhere.
From nowhere, and Bosveld followed by UGL, Buffelfontaine, Skull.
Lucas has dropped right down, unbelievable.
And that puts Bosveld away. He is 1.8 seconds clear. Remarkable stuff, Brett. What a qualifying lap he had. And he lost it. And he's keeping Van Vieren company way at the back of the pack at the moment. And Bosveld has been unleashed.
Bosveld already increasing the gap, 1.5, 1.6. We're still on lap 1. We've had drama already.
Followed by UGL, the Haas boys in P2, P3. Can they score points? Dan Tyler already on a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. And only on lap 1. Bosveld for 1:35.6.
Wow. The driver's still pretty much bunched up. No real gap at the moment.
No real gap indeed.
Out in front.
Lucky Lou with a good start. What a first lap we have had, Brett.
Wow. I mean, I knew there'd be drama, but I did not see that coming.
Do we have a yellow flag? We do have a yellow flag, and that's Sparkplug. What happened to him? Sparkplug's dropped to P18.
Oh my, it's all in on.
And we've
right on plum lap.
And we've got Mr. Sniper as well spinning out. The unforgiving curbs of Japan in Sector 1. And UGL closing that gap on Bosveld. We have another yellow flag in Sector 2. And who's this? This will be MM Slayer. And we have drivers going off, Brett.
Wow, this is... Well, I'll say it again, we're only on lap 2, and if you only are just joining us now, you've missed a lot already.
A lot has happened indeed. Buffelsfontein closing the gap on his teammate. Doesn't seem to be catching on the straight. We have another yellow flag. Mr. Sniper spinning it into the hairpin corner. Bosveld maintaining his lead. And look at Dented Skull.
Gaps now appearing over the track.
Closest battle on track currently will be New Avenger.
Yeah.
Arriving on the back of MGS. Lucas with a new fastest lap of a 1:33.1.
We also do have Skull Razor closing down on AYB.
Skull Razor closing. And another yellow flag. MM Slayer off again. And Skull Razor does seem to be ghosted, Brett. So I think this is his AI maybe racing. Let's go back to the front as... Brett, we missed it. UGL must have had a moment. Oh, he's off! He's off!
Yeah, UGL.
UGL driver of the day in Brazil. Out of this Grand Prix, and that unleashes Buffelsfontein.
Oh my god, we've had another moment.
And this will be a full safety car, Brett.
Gonna have to be, yep.
Bad luck from UGL, driver of the day in Brazil. We have Bosveld, Buffelsfontein, Dented Skull, Carefree and MGS, top 5 drivers.
Wow. And we're only on lap 3.
And I don't think we have a full safety car, Brett. I think we are on the virtual car.
Yeah, nothing has appeared yet.
And let's look at the state of the tyres.
Wow. UGL was hunting down Bosveld and they just all unraveled for them.
We have Dent on the softs. We have Bosveld and Buffel on the mediums. And I do think that will be the better strat, Brett, to start on the mediums rather than the softs. We've got Dented Skull. What happened there? He's in the pits, making use of the virtual safety car and slapping on a set of hards. It's all happening here in Japan, Brett.
2 drivers with penalties, MGS and Dan Tyler. Those penalties will probably come into effect.
Lucas fighting his way back, already up to P10. And I think Carefree will feel that these soft tyres were a mistake at the start of the race. They will lose performance quite early on.
It's a very unforgiving circuit, Japan.
Back to the times. We have Bosveld having a 3.4 second gap on lap 4 of this race. It's all happening, Brett. Can Dented Skull get these hard tires into the right temperature and fight his way back? I think he's sitting pretty, Brett. Made an early pit stop. And everyone in front of him still has to go to the pits. I think he made a good call.
We're going to find out.
Closest battle on field. New Avenger. Closing on MGS. MGS into the pits. That unleashes New Avenger.
Yeah, that
Carefree to the pits. Battle. MGS into the pits. That unleashes Lucas into P6. Can he fight his way back? Under pressure from his teammate.
Ooh.
And Bosveld keeps extending that gap, Brett.
Sitting pretty out in front.
sitting very pretty out in front. Doesn't have to do anything silly. Can afford to do a bit of tyre management there. And we have another racer off. That is Mr. Sniper. Coming back onto the track, ghosted. And Mr. Sniper will retire from this session.
Wow, we have
He's had enough of Japan.
Already.
2 drivers out, UGL and Mr. Sniper. It's all happening, Brett.
It really is, and there's still 22 laps remaining.
22 laps remaining in this race. Tyres. We have Bosveld, New Avenger, and we have Buffel on 4-lap old mediums. Fired by the Firehawk, and Saki Biene and Lucas clawing his way back into this race, Brett.
Yeah, I mean, he had a bit of a sort of, well, unforgiven start, shall we say, Lucas, but they're back in it now.
Backing it now, and let's see him chasing down Saki Biene. He had a purple sector 2. Drivers keep running wide.
Yeah,
for a second there, I thought it
Saki Biene, and Saki Biene is hunting down Firehawk.
Saki Biene definitely hunting down Firehawk, who runs a bit wide.
And those are the closest battles currently on track.
Definitely the closest battle this far. Saki Biene staying out of trouble, keeping composed, and that puts him into P5 at this race, Brett. And he can go a long way with these hards.
We have Dented Skull hunting down MGS.
Dented Skull hunting down MGS, making these hard tires work. They should be in a good working order right now. Saki Biene keeps closing on his teammate. Will there be team orders here, Brett? We can wonder, because this is going to be a three-way battle for P4. Hunting him down. They're going to go side by side. Will there be contact?
Ooh.
Pushes him a little bit wide. Who gets the better exit?
Ooh.
Lucas gets the better exit, puts him into P5. A little bit aggressive.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Ooh.
That is MM Slay. A little bit aggressive from Lucas, but he made the move stick. And sometimes aggression pays off.
Well, yeah, when you commit, you got to follow through with it.
He will have DRS on the Firehawk.
Saki Biene penalty.
Saki Biene penalty, dropping back from Lucas. Lucas hunting. The Dutch Lion is hungry.
The gap
He wants
out in front
P4.
is coming down.
The gap in front coming down indeed. Buffel putting in some decent laps. And Lucas will have to be patient here. Abide his time.
Dented Scroll still hunting down Scroll Raider, so the two Scrolls are going at it.
Let's see what's going to happen. Will he go onto the inside? Does look like Firehawk has a little... Oh! Good cornering speed.
Oh!
Will he go for the move on the inside, Brett? No, goes the long way around. Can he make it stick?
All the way.
He's going to have a better exit here, Brett. He's going to have a way better exit. Great racing. Who gets out on front?
Oh my god.
Side by side, wheel to wheel, and Lucas puts his Red Bull into P4. Great racing from the Dutch Lion. Have that,
Brilliant
Brett.
driving. Brilliant driving. Well
But
done,
the
lads.
Hawk is not done yet. Will he come back at Lucas?
Yes, this battle is not done yet.
Definitely not.
Yellow flag sector 3. Quickly disappears.
And Lucas needs to get out of DRS range. He's extending the gap 1 second, 1.1, 1.2, and he's away. And his next target will be New Avenger, 12 seconds up the road from him. That's a great comeback from Lucas. Meanwhile, let's go back to Dented Skull, MGS and Van Vieren. This will be the battle for P8. Dent still sitting pretty on 4-lap old hards, and everyone in front of him still has to go to the pit spread.
Yes, there's plenty of life left in this race yet for all these drivers. Carefree is also behind Scroll Razor. Not that far behind.
I made a mistake. He's not 13 seconds down the road. He's now 3/10 down the road. And we have Lucas challenging for P3 now.
Lucas all over the place, New Avenger.
New Avenger feeling the pressure a little bit. And he sees the Red Bull in his rear getting all that closer, Brett.
And for anybody just joining us, just bear in mind that Lucas qualified P1, had a moment, dropped down to P17, and now back up to 4th.
Lucas in the Red Bull, New Avenger in the AlphaTauri, the sister team of the Red Bull. There'll be no team orders this way around, Brett. If he wants P3, he's going to have to fight for it.
This is a battle.
Closing, closing, closing. Will he have the better exit? Oh, yes. Gets on the throttle. New Avenger. Weaving a little bit. Will Lucas have the speed? No side-by-side action as Lucas is into P3 before we reach the first corner. How about that?
There we go. Now Lucas is hunting down Fontaine.
Buffelfontein next up the road. Catching up to Bosveld. The gap now 1.1 seconds, Brett.
Yes, that gap is coming down. I've not mentioned that battle out in front, but that gap is decreasing.
And while we've been watching Lucas, we've got Dent up into P8. And Saki Biena, that is his race over. What happened there? We've got yellow flag, sector 1, 2, 3, and we have a full safety car, Brett. Safety car is out. First one for the evening.
Here we go then. How many of these drivers will make the jump into the pits?
Let's take a look. I do believe Bosveld will have a free pit stop here. If he has to pit now, he will still get out ahead of Lucas. Average pit stop time here is about 19 seconds, but under safety car conditions, it's about 12 seconds, Brett, that he will lose.
Yeah, you do knock some time off it with the safety car.
And Dented Skull will not have to pit.
Dented Skull is hard tyres.
Bosveld into the pits, Buffel into the pits. What's Lucas going to do? He will definitely go into the pits. He'll have to go into the pits. New Avenger following Lucas. Lucas dives right into the pits. New Avenger into the pits. Firehawk into the pits. And everyone making use of this safety car, Brett.
Yes, it's probably the best decision to make, and this will now bunch up the field again. There was some gaps appearing over the track.
And Bosveld is out, and he's in P1. Buffel keeps his spot. Lucas making his way out of the pits now. And what's Dented Skull doing? He's coming down the main straight now. That will get him a position up to P6. P5 maybe? Yes, it does.
Very nice, very nice.
Down the order. Everyone diving into the pits, slapping on a new set of tires. And now, Brett, we are under the safety car and the challenge to warm up these hard tires.
And it will be a challenge, and it feels like so much has happened already, and we're only on lap 10.
Lap 10, first safety car only arriving after lap 10. Great action, and Lucas right back in it.
Yes, Lucas definitely back in the mix.
Definitely is. Dented Skull sitting pretty. He is going to have a little bit of a fire breathing down his neck with the Firehawk on brand new mediums compared to his 6-lap old hards. Will Dented Skull feel the heat from the Firehawk?
10 laps in, we have a safety car, and we have 4 drivers out.
We will have to wait for everyone to get this pack bunched up before we are ready to get underway again.
Yes, we need to bunch up and then we will be back racing.
And look at this, the Slayer on a new set of softs. So look out for him in the early stages of the restart, but these softs will not last till the end. Now, Brett, if there is not a safety car, do you think these hards for Dent will last for the duration of this race? 17 laps to go.
I mean, a difficult one.
And who's
Pit
going
stop
into the
at the
pits there?
moment.
Hang on, we got someone into the pits.
Oh,
It's the Slayer going back. And I'm seeing the white stripe tires there, Brett. He will go onto the hards, and that will go to the end of this race.
yes.
So, lap 11, we've lost 4 drivers of Saki Biena, Sparkplug, Sniper and UGL. Disappointment for UGL. And I think we will have 1 or 2 laps of this safety car, Brett, and then we will be away.
Yes, but to answer your previous question, Evan, I do believe Dented Stroll. I think they can get themselves to the end.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, Brett. These tires will be screaming at the end. And he will feel the heat from the Firehawk on brand new set of mediums.
We definitely will.
But Bosveld,
We are.
he had the
we are
gap.
approaching lap 12.
He had the gap, and now the pack is bunched up again.
When we do get racing, Boswell will be looking to get the jump on the rest of the field.
He definitely will. See cars weaving, trying to get heat into those hard tires. It's difficult to get heat into the tires, especially during Japan on this pace, Brett.
Very difficult. The safety cars zooming around. All the cars weaving around.
Getting heat into the tires.
We do have 3 drivers currently sitting on penalties. As I've already mentioned, those drivers will probably come into effect.
3 seconds of penalties each going to Sir Lucky Lou, to Carefree, and Dan Tyler in his Ferrari down in P13. Let's look at the position changes, Brett. So Bosveld jumping 2 positions, followed by Bosveld also 2. Lucas dropping 2. New Avenger with 4 positions up. Dented Skull 1, and look at the Firehawk. He's managed to get himself 7 spots up the order.
Wow.
Remarkable stuff from him. Sir Lucky Lou with 4 spots on. Same with AYB, Fun Fearin, Carefree, where he started. Skull Racer dropping to MGS dropping to Dan Tyler, jumping 5, and MM Slayer 1 as well. Everyone on 1 stop except for Dan Tyler and the Slayer.
And we are still under the safety car.
Still under the safety car, and it will be in by the end of this lap, Brett.
It's going to be a
Bosveld,
very interesting restart.
will he catch the pack sleeping, Brett? That's the big question.
We're going to find out. I mean, if it's anything like last week, I know I keep referring back to Brazil, but on all the safety car restarts last week, the number 1 driver did catch the rest of the pack sleeping.
That is true. And look at Lucas, aggressive on the warming up the tires.
Very aggressive. He needs to be a bit careful there. Doesn't want another spin.
Definitely does not. New Avenger finding himself in P4. Dented Skull in P5. And I can't wait to see the battle between him and the Firehawk.
These restarts can be a bit dodgy at times. Lots of little battles will be starting very soon.
The pack is all bunched up, ready to go.
And I'm looking forward to this restart. Let's get on with it.
So Bosveld being hunted by the Buffel on his rear. He has the Dutch Lion of Lucas. New Avenger followed by Skull and the Firehawk. Whoa, almost a moment there.
Whoa.
Then getting a little bit eager there. And the safety car will be in this lap.
I'm glad it is coming in this lap. They're all getting a bit impatient out there.
Ooh, who's running wide there? Lucas, maybe getting heat into the tires. Right, Brett. We are going to spectate Buffel. Let's see when Bosveld jumps.
Here we go.
And is he away? Yes, he's away. Did not catch Bosveld sleeping though.
He's gone.
Lucas 1.4 seconds behind the leader. New Avenger Let's see what the Firehawk's going to do. Nothing at this moment. He's way far back.
Wow, Gap's
Right.
already appearing.
Gap's already appearing. Bosveld, followed by Buffel, followed by Lucas. And Brett, who's your money on?
After last week, it's the commentator's curse. I'm just going to not
It's
say
the
nothing at the
commentator's
moment.
curse.
I'm not going to say anything.
Bosveld, already 1 second up the road. Buffel, you've got a line on your back. You need to get the pace, my friend. We got a yellow flag. Who's down? That'll be Carefree. He takes a spin around. Back to
Wow.
Lucas. Dropping back from the Buffel. New Avenger. The Firehawk getting also closer to Dented Skull. Very good restart, Brett. And
Yeah, it
let's
was,
see.
Stress-free.
Lucas having the straight line speed. We got another yellow flag. And look at this, Brett. We're going to go side by side.
Oh!
Oh. Does he make the move
at
stick?
this.
He does, but the
my
Buffle's
God.
not done. He's going to have no DRS, Brett. No DRS for 2 laps. And Lucas
This is
extending
not
the
done.
gap.
Wow.
He's away. Right. Back up to Dented Skull. Wanting to make a move on New Avenger. Wait, is Buffle coming back? Remarkable
Not done yet.
side-by-side driving. Carefree, 5 seconds for speeding in the pits. And the closest battle on track so far, Brett, will be New Avenger on the rear of the Buffle.
Wow.
Or it's MGS on the back of Van Vieren.
Yeah, MGS currently in the last points position, trying to hunt down 9th.
Definitely is. And Van Vieren and MGS, the two of them are teammates. Will we see some team orders here, Brett?
I'm going to put my neck on the line and say no.
Let's look at this battle. Down into the second sector. And look at this. Lucas telling Bosveld, you need to hurry up because I'm on DRS range, mate. Purple sector 2 for Lucas.
Lucas again showing his pace.
Showing raw pace. And he will have... Will we have DRS? Yes, we will. No, next lap we will have DRS. Lucas on a 133.1. And Bosveld will have to show some defending.
Lucas looking to get that P1 back.
Whoa. Looking to get P1 back.
We do, yes.
And
Currently on board
Bosveld is
Dented.
very good at his defense. Very clean racer, very fair racer. And a very good defender. It's one thing catching, it's another thing passing the Bosveld.
Definitely is the case, Evan. Well said.
Alright, Brett. And 5 laps have passed since the safety car.
So much has happened. We're only
So
on lap
much has
15.
happened. Dent. The Firehawk not making the impression that we thought he might. Dented Skull making these 11 lap all hards work as if a brand new set. He's hunting down New Avenger for P4. And while that's going on, Lucas getting all so close.
Very close bound.
Will we see a move on the inside, on the outside, thinking about it? And Bosveld lives to fight another day. He's going to have the better exit here, Brett. No, he does not. Bosveld has the better exit.
No. Wow. Ooh.
And I told you, Brett, it's one thing catching the Bosveld, it's another thing passing him.
Yeah, Lucas doesn't need to bide his, bide his time. Doesn't need to be overly aggressive. Still 11 laps remaining.
Putting some pressure on Bosveld, hoping he will make the mistake. But Bosveld very cool, calm and collected under pressure.
Oh, New Avenger is right on the back of Dented Scroll.
Going to this battle right now. So we've got Dented Skull moving into P4. Under pressure from New Avenger and the Firehawk as well. Battle for P4. So while that battle's been going on, we must Dent moving into P4.
Yes, those hard tires are sort of not doing too bad for him. He's got right the P4.
Definitely not.
AYB also all over the back of Sir Lucky Lou.
AYB on the back of Lucky Lou. Can he get this Red Bull into P7? 6-lap old mediums compared to 12-lap old hards, Brett. Will there be space for the move? We have side-by-side action. He backs out of the corner. Who will have the better exit? Lucky Lou has this little moment there. And look at MGS. He's going to have, thank you guys, I'm on the back of you guys.
There we go.
Side-by-side action. AYB makes the move stick. And now Sir Lucky Lou is MGS for company. And while that's going on, Brett, look at this. Lucas making the move into the first corner. Here they go. Lucas into P1. He's leading the Japanese Grand Prix.
10 laps remaining. Lucas back
10 laps remaining. And he has been unleashed. Can Bosveld stick with the pace of Lucas? That is the question.
If Lucas can keep it together, he will win this. He will win this race.
It's his race to lose now, Brett. Out in front, spun out, did the hard work of getting himself back up the grid. But look at Bosveld. He's not done, Brett. He's gaining.
He is. This one is far from done.
And while this is going on, we still have MGS going to make the move. Will he dive on the inside or the outside? No. Very cautious driving. Takes the long way around. He will get the better exit though. And we have a spinner.
Oh, yes,
that will be MM Slayer, Brett.
Currently running 13th. They were
very good driving by MGS. Lucky Lou. Brett, little bit of defending, weaving back and forth around the track, making it very difficult for MGS.
Well,
weaving that Alpine of him left and right, left and right. He runs wide. And MGS makes the move stick before we get to the corner into P8. Good driving. And Bosveld still on the rear of Lucas.
Yeah, Bosveld is not done. Lucas
He's
is
not done.
The gap.
Will he put the pressure on Lucas now and hope Lucas makes the mistake to put himself back into P1? It's all to fight for here.
We're going to find out.
While that's going on, the Buffel dropping ever so back. Dented Skull having a lonely race at this moment as he's 2.3 clear of Firehawk and 2.7. Yeah, 4.3, sorry, my mistake, from Buffel. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Who is this? I think that will be... Someone spun out Brett, and I'm not sure who.
I'm not sure who either. I'm trying to look, but I'm not completely sure.
Right, let's go back. We've got Bosveld hunting down Lucas.
Bosveld is not done. Bosveld is
He's not done, Brett. Yellow flag.
If you want this win. Oh.
We have Carefree with a little bit of a moment. Back to Bosveld.
If Lucas wants this win, he has to work for it.
Lucas almost breaking the DRS.
Not quite.
Not quite yet. And we have AYB coming back at New Avenger, making these mediums work. And he's been a little bit of a silent assassin in tonight's race.
I think Eben...
Let's go. What's happening here?
Oh, wait there.
A little bit of a quiet moment there, but cars ghosting for some reason. We'll be lucky there wasn't any contact. Van Vieren, 3-second penalty. And AY,
Bosveld is now over a second behind.
and this might get interesting between the two of them, Brett. New Avenger
not
seems
done.
he's struggling on these hards.
This is not done. This is the closest battle on track.
Definitely is. AYB runs a little bit narrow in, will not get a good exit, and that puts New Avenger into a little bit of breathing space. We have a yellow flag
Still-
in Sector 1. Who will that be? Sir Lucky Lou? We have
Still
a safety
14.
car, Brett!
Oh, I was just about to say, still 14
Safety car,
cars
lap
running.
19.
Wow.
What will Lucas
Wow.
do? Will he jump into the pits? Yeah, no he won't. Bosveld won't. What will Biffle do? He stays out.
Wow.
Choices to be made, Brett. Dent jumps into the pits. Give me a pair of softs, he says. And this
Yeah,
will
he-
make an impact on the men running up front on the hards.
Wow.
AYB
David
jumps
Stroll.
in. MGS jumps in. Van Vieren stays out.
Wow.
The Hawk stays out. Skull Racer still has to get onto the pit straight. And Dented Skull will rejoin this race in P7, Brett. On a brand
His
new...
hard tires
Oh,
served him
he's
well.
putting on mediums. AYB on a brand new set of softs. And now you will be vulnerable. Bosveld, Lucas and Biffle with 7 laps to go.
Wow. This one is far from done.
It's far from done indeed. The Firehawk. Now he will be under pressure from Dented Skull with a brand new set of mediums. AYB softs, MGS softs. And the rest of the drivers, they decided, no thank you, we will stay out. Brett, we will have 2 laps of safety cars, I assume, and then we will be undergo for 5 more laps of this race.
Wow. And I think, Evan, we will have a bit of a difficult decision. We need to decide on driver of the day.
Brett, we definitely will have to decide on driver of the day, but in my mind, I think it has to, if he can put it together and if he can keep it sticking, I would give it to Lucas. Starting in
Yes.
pole position with a marvelous lap, dropping all the way down to the bottom and fighting his way back to be leading this race is not an easy task.
Well, how this race pans out, nobody knows.
Look at Lucas, aggressive, warming those tires. He does not want to be vulnerable.
That's what he needs to do.
But Brett, keep your attention on Dented Skull, AYB and MGST on a brand new set of tires.
Yes. 7, 8 and 9.
What do we
Wow.
have going on here? Firehawk, 5-second penalty for a collision with Van Vieren. What's going on there? He jumps into the pits and that unleashes AYB and Dented Skull. Free position for them.
The top 5 all on hard tyres. This could be very interesting when this
It
race
will
gets back
be
underway.
very interesting indeed. The guys out front with the pace, Lucas, Bosveld, Biffle, they need to get a gap because once Dent gets past Van Vieren, New Avenger, if he does, he will be a force to be reckoned with. Right, Brett, so what's your take on this race so far?
In terms of the actual race, all the drivers have respected each other very well. It's been a very eventful race.
Definitely
but
has.
I'm going to say it right now. Something will happen. I don't know what, but something's going to happen between now and the checkered flag.
I hope you are wrong, Brett. Really do.
I don't know what it's going to be, but I just don't see this being a straightforward 6 laps to the end.
We're going to have to wait and see, Brett. 6 more laps of racing and anything can happen.
I don't see this being straightforward. I don't know whether it's going to be Lucas. I don't know whether, well, even just the top 5 in general, all on the hard tyres, all vulnerable.
AYB sitting really pretty. You do not want to have a track like Suzuka sitting on old hards and you have to fend off a man on a brand new set of soft slicks. This will get spicy. Right,
really
so we are
will.
waiting for Carefree to rejoin this race, and then we can get underway, Brett.
And if you are just joining us, then we started with 18 and we are down to 13. That doesn't really tell the story of this. It's very eventful.
Definitely does not.
Individual mistakes, overtaking DRS safety cars. We've had a lot.
Right. We will have one more lap of safety car. Lucas leading this race, Brett. Remarkable driving from him.
P1. Yeah, wow. He qualified P1. He's still P1. He's not still P1. He's P1 now, but he's going to be vulnerable.
And the Firehawk jumping into the pits again.
They are not
Slapping on a new pair of...
Soft.
What do you see there? Was it soft tires, Brett?
A bit. Wait.
Serving his
Yeah,
5-second
soft
penalty.
tires. Yeah.
Not a bad choice. New set of softs, serving his time penalty.
I mean, I would always say, me personally, I'd rather try and serve my penalty in the race than have it handed to me after the race.
Especially when the back is bunched up after a safety car, because anything can happen. Right. So we will have one lap of safety car, Brett. Right, so hard tire, hard. Top 5. Old hard tires, followed by AYB on a brand new set of softs. Dented Skull on a brand new set of mediums. And Bosveld! Penalty! 5 seconds. Collision with Lucas. What happened there?
Severe collision with Lucas.
Under the safety car. Did he get too close to Lucas? Will this cost him, Brett?
A 5-second penalty.
Oh
with
my
the
word. It's all happening in Japan.
Wow. I always say it's Formula 1, anything can happen, and normally anything does happen. Wow.
And the safety car is in this lap. We will have 5 laps of racing. Right. On to Bosveld. Let's see when Lucas will hit it. Warming the tires. Van Vieren.
Hair close eye, AYB.
Bosveld sticking to his rear. Doesn't want to be caught sleeping. Lucas is away. And we are racing, Brett. The gap out in front, 4 tenths. Lucas weaving, trying to break the toe. And let's go to AYB, already getting past. Van Vieren, Dented Skull, what will he have to say? AYB on the track, up to P5. We have a yellow flag, Brett. Dented Skull being passed by MST.
Dan Tyler with another 3-second penalty.
And AYB all over the back of New Avenger. Brett, can he make the move stick, Brett?
Oh my god.
He has so much better traction, and New Avenger will be in a heap of pressure from AYB.
Just don't risk it, AYB.
He will have good traction. Lucas already 1 second ahead. Buffelfontein putting pressure on the boss. And these corners will be crucial for New Avenger. He runs wide.
Oh my god.
And he gets the better exit. He will live to fight another day, but he's going to be under massive amount of pressure from AYB. Dented Skull. What's he doing? He's dropping down the order. Van Vieren getting past his teammate once again. Good racing from him on the hard setup. Oh, we have a dive bomb. Makes the move stick. That unleashes Dent. No, it doesn't. Was that a dangerous move from MGS, Brett? New Avenger. Let's see what's happening there. AYB gets the he gets the move done. He's up into P4.
AYB. 4. He's going to be hunting down Fontaine.
Sector Van Vieren, he's out. He's out. Safety car, Brett. We have a safety car, Brett. And
Oh my
AYB will
God,
be on
no,
a
a
brand new
safety
set of softs right
Wow.
behind the Buffle.
Wow.
We have a safety car, Brett, and we will have 2 laps of racing.
Oh my God, Formula One. Wow.
It's not over till it's over. AYB,
Wow.
get in there.
AYB is sitting very pretty.
He's
at the
sitting
moment. They are fourth, but
pretty
they're soft
indeed.
tires. Wow.
Bosveld with a 5-second penalty. Buffel will be vulnerable. It's all happening, Brett. Then dropping
Wow.
to P10. Skull Racer still ghosting it.
We started with 18, we're down to 12. Lap 24.
And what happened with Van Vieren?
Wow.
Brett, we will literally have 1 lap of safety car. Does not matter where the pack is, the safety car will be in, and we will have 2 laps of racing.
Thank you for confirming that, Evan. Always good to know.
Oh my word. It's all happening.
I don't know whether I'm more looking forward to seeing how Lucas gets the restart underway or whether AYB can get the jump on Fontaine. I don't know what. Wow.
He will be under massive amount of pressure from his teammates if he can make the jump on Buffel and Bosveld. And just for interest's sake, let's see what kind of lap times he is producing at the moment. He's on 1:34.8. But he's on a brand new set of softs.
Yeah, these soft tires against the hard ones.
Fastest lap currently going to Lucas. And Brett, I might change my decision regarding our driver of the day.
This is going to be a difficult decision.
Difficult indeed. How many spots did this man manage to jump? Let's see. Let's go to position changes. And AYB managed to get himself 8 spots up the order in today's race.
Wow. Well,
Great driving.
There's the commentator's curse. I'm saying nothing about driver of the day until after the race.
Whew.
And we are not done yet. Wow.
We are not done yet, my friend. We will have 2 laps of racing.
Japan is mad.
And AYB is finding himself in the podium spots at the moment because Bosveld has a 5-second penalty. Right. Safety car in this lap. Lucas will get us underway.
Whew. Here we
Right,
go.
Brett. Here we go. We are racing. Lucas got the jump on Bosveld. And what happened to AYB? No! He lost
Oh,
it.
AYB.
No! He lost it. That unleashes New Avenger once
no.
again. And MGST.
MGS on the soft tires.
He's on the softs. AYB will be fuming with himself.
AYB, I don't know what happened, but they will not be happy.
Definitely won't, Brett. Was he too eager? And Lucas 1.2 out in front already.
Did the pressure get to him? I don't know. Wow.
Brett, you don't want to say anything. I spoke too much. Was that the comms curse once more?
It could have been. We've had 2 weeks in a row now. The commentator's curse has it struck.
And look at this, Brett. MGS wanting to make the move.
Yes, and also
Very
good
good
all over the
defending.
back of Fontaine.
We have a yellow flag, Brett. No, it's cleared up. Back on the way. New Avenger putting pressure on Buffel Fontaine. And Bosveld, he needs to extend his gap. Currently, he will lose out on a podium. We have a yellow flag of Dan Tyler spinning out.
Oh, New Avenger probably thinking the best form of defense is attack. They're all over the back of P3.
All over the back, Brett.
Hunted down by P5.
And Lucas sitting very pretty with 2.1 seconds out in front.
This definitely now is Lucas's one to lose. Any silly errors, he's done for. Keeps it together, he's won.
And AYB doesn't seem to have damage. He's in P9 at the moment. Dent all the way back. Oh, we have a move. And Dent loses it. Going wheel to wheel with Carefree. And loses it into the first corner.
God.
Dented Skull retires from the session. That's his race over. Unfortunate.
We're on the last lap as well.
And MGS putting the pressure on New Avenger.
MGS all over the back of New Avenger.
All over the back.
Wow. Carefree with a penalty. We started with 18, we're now down to 11. Wow.
Down to 11. And Brett, this has been a good race. We've had some good incidents in this race.
Oh.
And Bosveld closing that gap. It's down to 1.7.
Oh, it's
we have a yellow flag.
Got enough time.
And that will be Slayer.
It's all happening.
I think the soft tires have reached the heel, Brett. Doesn't seem to be making the impression it used to make.
So many drivers that were in contention, it's all just fallen apart for them.
And look at this, Brett. Wheel to wheel action.
Oh.
Little bit of contact.
Can he get
will he have DRS? Bosveld. That was the last lap, Brett. We missed the last lap.
Oh,
I thought we had one more lap of racing.
No, he's at the end.
That's the end. Lucas takes P1. Buffelsfontein will be second. And how about that Bosveld with a 5-second penalty finishes 0.04 of a second in front of New Avenger.
Wow.
How about that?
What a race.
AYB gets driver of the day on the game, but we're going to have to choose a driver of the day, Brett.
Oh, well, that is a difficult one.
It definitely will be a difficult one, but Brett, in my opinion, he started on pole, he dropped all the way to the back, fought his way back, and the pressure never got to him again. Finishes with fastest lap. On P1, Grand Slam, Lucas will be my driver of the day, Brett.
Yeah, I don't know how to agree with you. Just on the basis that fastest lap, they done an incredible lap to get onto P1 in qualifying, with a few mistakes, still getting P1. Dropped back to 17th, got himself back up to P1. Safety cars into play, they had the hard tyres, and they kept it together.
Definitely.
So, driver of the day for me goes to Lucas. Congratulations.
Brett, take us through.
Wow, I don't even know what to say about this race, but your podium positions are Lucas, Fontaine and Bosveld. 4th, New Avenger. 5th, MGS. 6th, Firehawk. 7th, AYB. 8th, Stroll Razor. 9th, Carefree. And 10th is Dented Skull. 11th, Slayer. 12th, Dan Tyler. And I don't even know what to say. The other drivers did not finish the race.
Did not finish the race. But that was the land of the rising sun, Brett. Japan, done and dusted. Lucas, Buffel, Bosveld. Congratulations, boys. We will have to see what the stewards decide, Brett, before classifications are out. But that was an intense and very good race. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Congratulations to the Dutch Lion, P1. And Brett,
Lucas, congratulations. Yes, Evan.
That was an eventful race indeed, my friend.
I think I can now get my breath back. That was what a race.
Definitely, Brett. And from everyone, thank you for watching. from my side and my co-commentator Brett, all the way from Bristol, England. Brett, I wish you a good evening, my friend.
I will say one thing to all you South African viewers. That was a lacquer race.
That was a lacquer race indeed. The South African Formula One Racing League, the best league in South Africa. And Brett, I had fun. I don't know what to say. I'm out of words.
So am I. I'm just, wow, what a race.
What a race indeed.
I did say if it's like Brazil, it'd be great. It's even better than Brazil.
Definitely has. And for all the viewers, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us. And we will be back tomorrow night for Tier 1 in Japan, Brett. And
wow, Japan again.
Japan again. I'll be racing myself. And I know you'll be on the channel to help me with strategy there, Brett.
Oh, will I? Well, that's news to me. But
everyone, that's it from us. Have a great evening, Brett. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, it has. Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.
See you soon.